Alrighty, everyone. It's been a while since I've uttered these words, but welcome back to another edition of New Music Friday. That's right, we're bringing it back, especially since we're now in December. The big name releases have somewhat slowed for the holidays, so I figured what better time to start easing my way back into the routine. Today's load is rather light, but we've still got some big names in today's video. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right in with a new one from Jason Aldean, Whiskey Me Away.
Throwing quarters down that jukebox, play some old school.
Jason Aldean really wasted no time moving on from Macon. The album hasn't even been out for a month, and he's already moved on and begun teasing tracks from the companion album, Georgia. But as for this new one, Whiskey Me Away, I'm just not feeling it. Lyrically, it doesn't have anything to say. Sonically, it's arguably worse than anything from Macon. And overall, I guess I'm just continually shocked how predictable and stagnant Jason's music has become. It's so predictable. Some super awkwardly over reverb trap snares and plasticky snaps over some heard it before flaring electrics, backed by a dry, pointless 808, and then the instruments just pile on top of each other until everything sounds like one big airy mosh pit of sounds. It's just not it. It's boring, it's painful, and I'm not a fan. Next up, we've got the newest release from Hixtape Volume 2, Beer Song, brought to us by Chase Rice, Lainey Wilson, and Granger Smith. Man, every time I think Hixtape just can't get any more numb to its core, Friday comes along with a new dumpster fire, and the latest addition being this new one, Beer Song, which is a shame because despite the fact it's far too late to turn the ship around, my hopes were ever so slightly turned onto an upwards trajectory after last week's song I Smoke Weed, even if I don't fully support or agree with what the song is about, and even if the lyrics can come off as a bit jarring at times, I find the song at least captured the upbeat energy the project is going for, and captured it in an enjoyable manner. The flip-flop rhythm adds this drunken stumble to the track that mirrors this whole image of being high. The vocals from Ashlyn Kraft and TJ Osborne are engaging, they're funny, they're convincing. Overall, the song was just light on its feet, which is what Hixtape 2 has been badly missing so far. For some reason, practically every song feels the need to be painfully loud, suffocatingly heavy, and just overall dull, and that's exactly what this new track is. It's just 3.5 minutes of 3 artists I'm just not all that invested in, attempting to bring any sort of life to a track that was doomed from the get-go, because at its core, this song is just boring, it's shockingly plain, it's monotonous, and no amount of metal drums and wailing vocals can change that. The song just reeks, but the fact they went so wholesale on the production only brings the lack of life even more towards the foreground. It's too much, too soon. Lainey shows us all her tricks within the first 10 seconds and saves nothing for the chorus, which is just more wailing with more voices. There's these cringy, almost hip-hop, hey, these cringy hip-hop hey ad-libs in the back of the verses that just don't do the track any favors. And to top it all off, Granger comes in for the bridge and adds nothing. I don't know how, but he delivered his lines in such a way that it sounds like he's mocking his own delivery style. It reminded me of a video I came across the other day where someone dubbed Smoking Out the Window with these intentionally brutal vocals, and Granger literally just sounds like Anderson .Paak from that video.
And here I am all alone, all alone. I'm so cold, I'm so cold.
I probably didn't make any friends with that heated rant, but I'm sorry. I want to like Hixtape as much as you guys, but I just can't when the music is this bad. But to follow, we've got a new one from fellow Canuck Dallas Smith and his new single, Hide from a Broken Heart.
From LA to New York.
I was actually at the CCMAs when Dallas debuted this track. Obviously, I wasn't sat in my seat objectively breaking down the track as he performed. I'm not that guy. I was up enjoying it, the crowd was into it, but now hearing the studio version, I like it more than I thought I would. There's some muffled pop percussion in the verses that, though I'm not normally huge on, I can live with here simply because they're pushed to the back of the mix, so it's not like they're trying to steal the show. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward country rock song, pretty much what I've come to expect from Dallas. I just find the melody to be quite catchy and unpredictable. I like the dystopian electrics almost playing as sirens in the background, and the lyrics, though they're nothing to write home about, I think they're able to hold their own weight, saying how you can run but you can't hide from a broken heart, you can go to all these places and keep moving around but the memory of this girl will always catch up to you. I don't know, overall I think it's good, not great, and if you're into the more modern rock influenced country, I think you'll enjoy this one. As I said, this is a much lighter week release-wise, so closing off today's episode, we've got the deluxe version of Blake Shelton's album, Body Language.
When I die, I wanna come back as a country boy.
I'm not going to go in depth on each track, but on the whole, I just don't really think I needed a deluxe for this album. Not that the album was ever super focused or anything, but I just find the addition of these tracks sort of blurs the record into another compilation project. And while I don't mind 2 of these songs, I still don't really see why we needed to add them onto this record. The ones I don't care for are the collaborations with Hardy and Brooks and Dunn. Honestly, I was expecting to like the Brooks and Dunn song more, but I just found it to be like a filler track that doesn't really align with anything from the original record. And the same can be said for the Hardy track, but I've harped enough on Hardy as of late. But as I said, I don't mind the other 2. We Can Reach the Stars is a simple love ballad with some soulful pianos playing some gospel chord progressions that match the content of the songwriting. And speaking of songwriting, Blake himself was credited as a co-writer. Even if it's nothing crazy, it's just nice to see him writing songs again. I just love how much this song breathes, especially since all the releases this week seem to be heavily rock influenced. It was super nice to just hear a piano and some standalone vocals for once. However, with all of that in mind, I think my favorite of the 4 is the first one, Come Back as a Country Boy. Despite there being some moments where I'm questioning the production choices, I just like the risks taken on this track. In general, I seem to really like when Blake goes for this brute industrial country rock sound. I think his vocals pair the sound really nicely, and I quite like the idea of the song, pulling from the myth that when you die, you're reborn into this world as someone new. And Blake is just saying, should the Lord give him another life, he only wants it if he can come back as a country boy. It's simple, it's catchy, there's risks that pay off, there's others that don't, but it's interesting, and I'm all for interesting. So, that's all I've got for you guys today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and comment what you thought of these songs. Be sure to comment your favorite new release from this week. I'm always interested in your guys' thoughts. If you're new, maybe consider subscribing for more country music content. Links to my Instagram, Discord, and podcast are in the description below. I'm so glad to be back doing New Music Friday, even though today I was a bit of a Debbie Downer. But hey, there's good weeks, there's not so good weeks, but that's just the way it goes. Just slowly easing myself back in, obviously a bit of a shorter episode. But yeah, anyways, until next time, I hope y'all have a great day.